Hi guys, yeah, we got a real good one here for you today. It's a 1959 Series 2. It's one of the very first in production. It's a 1959, so they actually came out in April 58. So here it is. This is what I've just been working on for the last couple of years. So with the Series 2s they had these thick sort of sills here, which is quite prominent in the Series 2s. They only did them up to 1962 I think it was, and then they changed them. Quite rare, the Series 2, they only did them for a couple of years. It's one of the most attractive cars there is, I believe. This one I brought off this guy, and he basically been pulled out of a paddock with a digger. The whole back subframe was messed up, but I've since done it up over a number of years, and you can see it looks quite nice. The tailgate just needs painting, but other than that it's pretty tidy. Door tops need replacing with new ones, but I haven't sourced any of those at this stage. A couple of touch-ups of paint which have been sitting in the shed and it's been scratched. A couple of spots. There's the tailgate there. Got some NOS mud flaps which look quite nice. It's beautiful yellow painted. They had a original bracket and frame that came with them as well, complete. They just need cleaning, they just got dust on them. I've got a bit of work to do on it in the bay there with the couple of bits that need painting, and that'll be done. This is the original mats that were in the car. I've just cleaned them up. I've got some new seats in it for it, which makes them look pretty smart. And you see the difference here with the Series 2, so it's got the Bakelite sort of screws that screw in and out the vents, which give you airflow, whereas the 2As had a totally different system. And then the other thing also with the Series 2, they had the steering wheel with that particular just flat disc rather than a horn button in it. This one in particular is it only had one wiper in it, so I put it back to original. It's pretty minimalistic, and you can see I've had to do all the tracks, put new nuts and bolts in, had them all sandblasted and painted. I put a new top on this, got it imported from England, and there's one piece of the frame that I had to replace here, which I got it from my local supplier. He actually fortunately supplied this one for me perfectly, so that's saved me a lot of work to try and make it or get it find one. So when the Series 1 finished at the beginning of 1958, they basically brought this fella out, but there was a time when there was a sort of, they were selling both at the same time, and they have a lot of similarities in some ways. The very earliest 58s, Series 2s had the 2-litre engine, but this one in particular has just got the 2.2. This one isn't the original engine. I have the original engine that in the shed for this car. It's the original radiator, which states it was made in 11th of the 58. So 11th month of 1958. And also, if you look back here, they also had this very similar to the Series 1, which is where the fuel pump would have gone. And as I say, the early Series 2 had the 2-litre engine, and that's where the pump would have been for that. But in the later 2.2-litre engines, they had them actually on the engine. I've tried to keep this as original as possible. I've got the original piece flashing here that goes at the front. Just need to get that painted to put on. I tell you, she's got beautiful lines, isn't she? One of the most iconic cars made, I believe. As you can see, there's a few bits and pieces to do on it, but as any Land Rover guy will tell you, there's never ending. But that's why we love doing them. So that's the my 1959 Series 2. Made in the later half of 58. Hope you enjoyed this video, and probably do some more.